Hey everyone, I'm Maddie, and you're going to be following me along my sourdough journey. You actually have to make a starter, and the one I chose doesn't look like anything from the TikTok that I saw. So let's get our bowl ready. And you have to use plastic or glass, you can't use metal. So that's why we're using this. It's supposed to be 2 quarts, but I don't even know how many quarts this bowl is, so we're just going with the flow. And every day for the next 5 days, I will be adding 3/4 of a cup of flour plus 2 tablespoons of flour. And it sounds goofy, but it's actually because the flour to water ratio has to weigh the same. So it's 3/4 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour and then half a cup of water every day for 5 days. Now I'm just adding the half cup of water, and then we start stirring it in, and the only other thing that we have to do is just scrape down the sides as we stir. And I kind of started folding it like bread dough, which I guess essentially this is what it is, but it's just really sticky, and you'll see that as I go. And here I am just going to town on this dough. I didn't know how I was supposed to be doing this properly. I was just trying to get all the flour and water to become one. It got really sticky and tough, and this is kind of just when I start folding it like dough and hoping something happens, and eventually just figure it's good enough. I literally have serious issues with cling wrap. I don't think it should exist. And so I ended up just doubling up on the saran wrap because it would not stick to the bowl. So that's what I did from this day on, just because it said it could get air. And wowee, would you look at that? We're already on day 2, and I already had almost forgotten that I had this sourdough bread in my cupboard. So I quick looked up my recipe again, same thing as yesterday, and now we're gonna head to the kitchen. This is a spaghetti noodle. That was from the door. And in goes the filtered water, and we just stir until we get this thick consistency that is not fun to work with and makes my spatula dirty. And just like yesterday, it's gonna go hide in the cupboard for a whole nother day until we take it out and see what it looks like tomorrow. And excitingly enough, we have one little baby bubble in our big bowl of starter now. We're gonna do the same thing as yesterday, so we're gonna skip over all that. So, a little update before we get started. It was really warm today. So I don't know if that has affected the dough. I've kept it in this little corner, cabinet. Let's see her. Oh, there's bubbles on top. That's what we want. Here is me smell testing it. Yeah, doesn't smell like I would eat it. So now we're just gonna tend to the starter and get it going. It's changed a lot, wow. I wonder. Oh, it's so gross. Hold on, watch. Ew. It's so heavy too. The video that I watched on TikTok, oh yeah, that's what we want. Oh yeah. And again, could we please just take a second to admire these bubbles that I thought would never come? This is amazing. I'm so proud of myself. And this is where things get weird. Just watch. I'm nervous that next week when you come back, I'm going to be doing the same thing over again. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around this long. And hopefully you tune in next week because we'll see if it bakes. Bye guys. I'll see you next week on Maddy Makes It.